Hello everyone and welcome to the sketchbook tour. My name is Mickey and I am an amateur comic artist, illustrator, and I've been working on this sketchbook for the last 7 years, which is crazy to me. I started this back in 2019. That's when I think I got my drawing tablet and I started doing more digital art and working on more comic projects. So I think that meant less work in my actual sketchbook, and that's why it took so long for me to finish. So I thought it would be a good idea to share a little bit of my art journey over the past 7 years. I think my style has changed in some ways, but also remained the same in a lot of other ways. And reflecting on that, I think for my next sketchbook, which I've already bought, I want to just draw more in my sketchbook. The sketchbook is such an important part to practice and grow and expand your art and creativity. So I really just need to get back in the sketchbook and make more art without prying eyes, because I never thought I would do a sketchbook tour, but here we are. All right, welcome to the sketchbook tour. Some of these are my stickers. I will put other artists' name for the others if I can. So now let's get into it. I started this sketchbook September 2019 and finished it just last month. If you didn't know, I used to be a little Tumblr famous. I went by the handle Sleep is Here, which I don't think is active anymore. But this style that I had back then was very popular on Tumblr. So I was doing a lot of these one-page type of sequential art. Here's more of a character art concept. I remember being really proud of these two side profiles back then. A lot of these are done with the Tombow Furunosuke brush pens, which I talked about in an older art supplies that I use video. I really like this drawing still from 2019. Some plants. This must have been for Inktober or something. And back then, I was really into Mob Psycho in high school. Yeah, that was probably my favorite anime back then. There we go. Some more fan art here. I was really into like words and quotes back then. So this is from a documentary I watched probably for school. This is the first character art I think I had for this comic idea. It's called Blue Hour, and I did do a one-shot version of it for Short Box Comic Festival, which is an online international comics fair. So this was the first iteration of one of the main characters there. And then this illustration I remember was the first one that I used screen tone digitally on, and I was really proud of it. I was just discovering how to use screen tone, and that was a very important part to my art journey, I think. This turned into a digitally drawn comic eventually. And this was actually, I think, an art commission. On Tumblr, I was still doing those back then. This is very like, God, 2015 Tumblr style for me, but I think it was requested for an album cover. Now we are in 2020. I think this is from a road trip in California. I think this is a character I was developing for a short comic, though I can't remember if I made something out of that or not. These are some outfits I was wearing at the time. And an hourly comic. I remember I was seeing them during the pandemic. I was doing my sophomore year of college from home, so this was a reflection of my day. June 2020 here. Found out I could use different colored pens. And I think this is a quote from Fruits Basket up here. Another character designed for more of a sci-fi concept. I don't think I continued with that. I was starting to think of my band comic, Blue Hour, more, and was really into Kevin Abstract's album. I think it was also around the time that Brockhampton was breaking up. October 2020. These are surprisingly some good cats. I've never tried to draw animals before adopting Moo Moo. That was pretty good for me at the time. See, this is what happens when you draw not from reference. I don't know if you can see on camera all the whiteout I used here, because I was not drawing from reference. I was just making this up in my head. Note to self, study more anatomy. Now we are in 2021. This is March 2021. These are definitely like some cheap Daiso markers. Also had some unfinished pages left in here. We are in January 2022. This was an actual outfit I had back then, except for the beret. Oh wow, this is June. I didn't draw in my sketchbook from January to June of that year. I must have been really working hard on my comic projects outside of the sketchbook. These are two characters. I think these were like the prototype for Junie and Kit for Blue Hour. There they are. Wow. It's so hard to draw cat faces. Like, seriously. And this is the start of a mini comic series called Angel Baby. And this is like the first drawings I did of Angel and Claude. So Angel is an angel and Claude is a human. Here I was trying to hand draw the title for Blue Hour. I think I did end up using one of these. And this is December 2022 into summer of 2023. This is the start of some artwork I did for a concept art zine for Blue Hour. So I had already drawn the comic and made it for Shortbox Comic Fair. But after that was done, I made my own comic zine and started selling that at art fests and such. So character art of those characters. This is Kit. I used this page for Junie. I think this is Rocco. Some more concept art. This is still concept art for the zine. This was the final spread of that zine. This is the start of 2024, and this is a character I was developing for another comic idea. This is quite early on, but this is going to become a character for White Cherry Blossom, which is my latest and also abandoned comic project that I will hopefully get back into. This is May 2024 now. I'm still developing that character for White Cherry Blossom. This is the last thing I drew in 2024, and this is 2025. It'd been a couple months in between these, and I feel like when I take a break from my sketchbook is when you can tell, because the first drawing that I come back with looks pretty awkward or like I haven't drawn in a while, which is exactly the case. And that was it for 2025, because this is 2026. I started off with some character art for my latest comic project that I'm working on. I feel like this is when I really brought the pen work and the line work back. And then I got into some character art for that sci-fi comic idea. This was actually, it took a bit of time, but I really like how this page turned out in particular. These are more of that same character, and I think I did a good job because these are all like freehand. These are not based off of reference photos or anything, so maybe my anatomy is getting a tad better. And these are some freehand sketches from references from Pinterest. And this is the final page that I drew. I didn't want to stress myself out by trying to draw something super good for the final page, but I did draw like kind of a self-portrait just to end things off on a good note. And that is the end of this sketchbook tour.